Welcome back to another episode of Shake the Room Podcast, where we give the real ones their flowers and we do it for the culture. Y'all already know who I am, FlyRecruiterKeem, and I got the gang with me. What's up, y'all? Gang, gang. Gang. What up, baby?
You gotta introduce the queen first, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, hold on.
Bad brother, you know, my bad, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. Okay.
Thank you, Lee. And it's Melissa Atkinson in the house. And?
Yeah, you already know it's your boy, it's me, IG Lee, you know what I'm saying?
DJ?
DJ Too Easy Lee here.
Press the button. Oh, you don't got it, because you left your laptop. Got him back on camera.
I like how he projected it, though. Too easy, Lee.
Yeah. What's up, man? How y'all doing?
Coolin', man.
Y'all good?
Yeah.
What's been going on?
Cool, it's just cool. Good to be back, you know what I'm saying?
You know I'm in celebration mode today.
Okay,
Yeah.
We got our first sponsorship for the intersection.
Shout out. Let me borrow $20.
Yeah, I like it.
I ain't got it.
I like it. What's up with you? How you been?
I'm coolin', man.
You good?
Events, you know?
Okay, what you got going on?
Got something special planned for the end of December for all my folks out there that like to have a good time.
You ain't got shit going on, because you ain't got your laptop.
Why you doing him like this?
I'm playing, bro.
Yo, you know,
It's all love.
I like the fit today.
I feel like you throwing shade.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait for it. Don't worry, it's coming. Shh, come on, go ahead, ride with it. Yeah, what you got?
You know who you look like?
Who that?
You know Franklin? No, not the turtle, but Franklin from Snowfall.
Oh, okay. I'll take that.
You look like his dad.
Oh,
when he was like on like the
he's taking shots. I would have took Franklin. Now I gotta talk about his chiclet teeth. You know what I'm saying? You remember the bubble gum? You know the gum.
No, someone used to call me chicklets, so I can't even
Let's get this toast started. Go ahead, Melissa.
Okay, so our next guest, I'm super excited to introduce him because he has been he's been in partnership, and he is family owned, operated of Lit. And he's in partnership with Echo and Delta. And those are some nightclubs that I like because, you know, I'm a retired party girl. So, Bryan Prieto, with no further ado, come join us.
Oh my God, what's going on, man?
I just come from the poet's part.
How you doing?
Bright light, city life, I gotta make it. This is where it goes down. I just happen to come up hard.
Come to our section, baby.
Where the whistles at?
I'm like, let me get up and do my dance.
I'm not gonna lie. You look like you be doing that all the time. I ain't gonna hold you.
I be filming it, bro. I be like, hey, I be in the club. It be so
Bryan,
funny.
how you feeling?
How you doing?
I'm feeling good. I appreciate y'all having me on the show.
For sure, man.
We appreciate you being here. I'm here for like the all black and the duotone watch.
Oh, yeah.
Love that, you know.
yeah.
Nice and classy.
We didn't plan this, by the way. So what's going on, Bryan? What's new?
Not much, man. Just been staying busy with all three clubs.
Okay.
You know, we got Echo and Delta opened at the beginning of this year, and it's been one hell of a run. That's I can tell you that. You know.
Yeah.
So you know, we've been hitting like different demographics. You know, Lit kind of focuses on more of an urban vibe. Echo is more of a college vibe, and then Delta has been mainly Latin, pretty much. You know, so
Congratulations, by the way.
Yes, yeah,
And for the viewers who don't know who Bryan is, can you give us a brief background?
I was born and raised in Tampa.
Okay.
You know, I got my mom and dad. They live here, still married. I got two brothers. They're younger than me. I'm the oldest.
Okay.
And, you know, I've been basically just, you know, doing the nightlife since 2008.
2008?
Yeah,
That's
2008 I've been in the
That's
nightlife. So it's been, actually I've been in the nightlife since I was 18 actually, you know what I'm saying? It's just now I'm an owner.
Right,
you know, instead
right.
of just hanging out at the club. So,
Right.
you know, I've been in this lifestyle for quite a minute. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it in 2008 because I was so used to hanging out. So having to work on the weekends was something different. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this, but I ended up loving it because I had no idea what I wanted to do out of college. You know, so, you know, basically, you know, I freaking, let's see here. We can start from the very beginning. Okay? We can start here from the very beginning.
Start from
You
the
know
big
what I'm saying? You know, I went to Catholic school, you know, my whole life. St. Lawrence, Tampa Catholic. Went to HCC, USF, graduated from there. Then basically how this, you know, I was told one day, at 18, you're going to go on a journey. I had no idea what the hell they meant.
Who told you this?
An older person, an adult, told me. They're like, you're going to go on a journey in life. You're going to go on a journey in life.
This is the Dalai Lama?
And I was just like a journey. I'm like in my head, I'm like, okay, whatever. Hopefully it's fun, I guess. I don't know. I didn't know anything about what the hell he was talking about.
Right.
Now I look back and I understand exactly what he's talking about because I've been on one hell of a roller coaster ride, because I went to, college. And then I got involved in, first of all, I didn't know what I was going to do after I graduated from college. I graduated with a bullshit degree, okay?
What is that?
I graduated with sociology, okay? I graduated with a sociology
general
degree.
studies.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, my mother was like, you need to hurry up and graduate. Your brother Anthony's going to graduate before you. You've been in school for 6 years. Most people are doctors and stuff. And I'm like, okay, Mom, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I had to freaking hurry up and rush it. Didn't want to, but I didn't have any clue what the heck I was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea. I didn't realize that, being what is a sociology degree going to give me? $30,000 a year, I guess? I don't even know. I didn't even think about it.
Right.
I was just in college just because my parents wanted me there. But I ended up getting caught up in the wrong things, and ended up basically selling drugs and stuff like that. Got involved in that. It was amazing. I had a great time doing it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I had a best time. Don't do it, kid. Hey, don't do it. Don't do it. But I have to say, those were probably the best times of my life. I mean, I lived the life of a damn celebrity. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it was fun. But at the end, there was a price to pay, and it caught up with me. And all good things come to an end. I ended up having to go to prison for a few years. And then I got out, had no clue what I was going to do. Had no clue. I had a vision of wanting to open up a nightclub, but what was going to be the, the niche to keep it afloat? Because I see nightclubs come and go. My father, who's an attorney, so how well that went with me going to prison. Didn't go too well. He wanted me to be an attorney. I went the opposite way, where I needed an attorney. So, that didn't work out well. But he opened up a cigar shop. And it was called Cigars by Antonio on Channel Side, right by the Florida Aquarium.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. And
do you really remember it?
yeah, it was it was on the outskirts. It was on the outskirts of Channel Side.
I've been here for 2 years, but he be capping, so I just got.
I'm from here and I'm 39.
Right.
Like,
all right. Sorry. Go ahead.
When we go to New York, we're gonna ask him.
Right. Do you remember? Do y'all know Keem? Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was on the outskirts of Channel Side. We had an opportunity to move on the inside, right next to Hooters. So my dad was like,
yeah, that's way back.
Yeah. So we had the opportunity to move on the inside, and my dad was like, "Can you do it?" I didn't know nothing about cigars. I didn't know anything about it. In my head, I was like, "How different is it from dealing drugs?" That's how I looked at it. It's like supply and demand.
Right.
So we ended up moving on the inside. But I told him, I was like, man, we got to change this name. This Cigars by Antonio ain't catchy. And I wanted women to come.
Right.
Women didn't want to come to a man cave. They don't even like cigars.
Right.
So, basically, I tried to, brainstorm and think of something quick and catchy. I thought of lit. So lit, you light a cigar, something that was associated with cigars.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So created lit. And it became Lit Premium Cigar Lounge, and then I wanted more of it's not so much of a man cave, but a nice ambiance, so that, women would come, and we would have maybe music playing and stuff like that, kind of almost like a little lounge,
right.
But it was really no bigger than this studio.
Right.
This was the size of Lit here, okay? I think the capacity was 50 people, all right? So basically, man, my dad at the last minute said, hey, we're getting a liquor license. I'm like, okay, and now I'm like, I don't even know shit about liquor besides ordering a drink. I didn't know how to make money, how to do all that, but I learned obviously, by the ounces and pours and all that kind of stuff. We opened it up, and we opened it up in 2008. Okay, because in 2001 is when he opened up Cigars by Antonio, or it was 2002, and it didn't do well at all. It just he was keeping it afloat, but it wasn't making any money. As soon as we opened it up on the inside of Channel Side, it just blew up and it just took off, and I mean, we were just killing it, that little spot, so it did very well. It became like a pre-party spot, and everybody was going there, people that were pre-partying before they went across the street to Asia and stuff, it became like a little pre-party spot, man, and it just took off and it did very well. And then in 2018, Channelside didn't want to renew our lease, so they wanted us out January 1st of 2018. So
That's
it's
when
like,
they started the construction for Sparkman Wharf, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. And I was a little upset because, I wanted to be a part of all the new construction. They said they were going to let us be a part of it and all that kind of stuff, but obviously they just didn't like, they wanted me to change my concept. They wanted me to be more of a businessman coming in there with suits, not playing music and stuff like that, more just music kind of low and people in there discussing contracts and da-da-da-da. And I was like, man, that's not what I want. Shutting down at like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Right,
And I was like, no, that's not, that wasn't the vision I had for Lit. And so, I'd been like thinking like, what the hell am I going to do? It was like, I got to do something quick because now I don't have a job. And, it's like I'm a felon. So it's not like I can just, people are just going to hire me.
I resonate with that, actually. I'm a felon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I resonate.
So you understand.
I used to be a drug dealer.
Okay. So
I did.
Hey.
I wanted to add something. What about you?
I've never dealt drugs. I saw what it did to my family, and I said I'd never. No.
Nah, I just wanted to add something.
What I will say is, honestly, for people who don't know, Sparkman Wharf is completely different than what Channelside used to be.
Used to be. Yeah,
because
absolutely.
it was
a vibe.
Yeah, remember that place they used to do the alcoholic
all the
drinks?
Yeah.
What is that
What was it
called?
called?
Wet
Willie's.
Wet
Oh, yes,
Willie's.
yeah.
You had everything
it's like a Fat
there.
Tuesday.
Is that still a thing?
Yeah.
Slushy drinks.
Yeah.
Wet Willie's is still a thing now?
In Miami, I think.
In
Yeah,
Miami.
they have a Wet Willie's in Miami and a Fat Tuesdays in Miami.
Yeah. But it was like
It
it was
was
a different
dope.
vibe though. It was
Yeah.
definitely that's interesting to see them kind of push certain businesses out. But so I'm taking it forced you to grow.
I had no choice.
Right.
It was either, I remember reading books, and reading these stories and stuff like that. And, it's like they say, you want to take the chances when you're young because you have plenty of time to, to recuperate, recover from if it's a loss or whatever like that. Well, I already knew time wasn't on my side. So it was like either go big or go home, I say, so it's like I wanted to go bigger. My father wanted to just stay small,
Right.
but he was like the financial back to all that because it was his store, but I wanted to grow and go bigger because I didn't want to be that person to say, I wish I would have gone bigger, but now I'm going to, I'm on my deathbed and, I was like, what if I would have gone bigger? What would have happened?
Do you think it's a generational thing too? Because I think, sometimes, parents, right? In their day, it's like, oh, I did this and it was big. You don't know what you're talking about. You think it's generational?
I mean, my dad has always been someone that has always been. I mean, he was his money that he made was always from being an attorney, but he's always been someone to gamble on stuff. Always wanted to take risks. He's always done that. My mother, on the other hand, is very conservative.
Okay.
She doesn't like all that risk taking. But my father is all about it. He was the one that actually, my mother was not too keen on it going bigger,
Right.
But, because we didn't realize how much money it was going to cost to actually make this happen. Opening up Lit, the little one was only like $350,000. Little did I realize that opening up something bigger was going to cost in the millions. Okay.
The way you said only, I was like,
yeah,
oh,
Right. I was like 300. He wasn't finished yet. I'm like,
Only is crazy.
It went into the millions, okay?
Right.
And I had like about maybe $750,000 to work with. Okay, so I was stressed out, and I was like, I wanted to go bigger. My father was like, more go smaller, but I kept on just being persistent about this. I had a vision, and I felt that it was going to grow because during the time of 2017, we started throwing Lit started throwing pool parties over at the Aloft, and didn't realize what a following that Lit really had. And, yes, we only had 50 people, a 50 people capacity, but we started throwing parties and then we called it 2 Lit, an extension of Lit. And we were throwing these parties once a month over at the Aloft. And shit, we had like about 300 people showing up, so I'm thinking, man, if we had a bigger spot, all these people could fit, but they don't come at one time because we could only fit. I mean, this is the place. This is it. You can't fit 300 people in
I
here.
remember those parties.
So.
Well, what's funny is
she's like, I was too lit at them parties.
You know what it is? It's like hearing so I've been out since 2009, right?
Okay.
So it's hearing the history back of like, oh yeah, I remember this event. I remember that event. I remember when this was like that. It's cool walking through the history of Tampa.
Yeah, no, it was fun, man. We had a blast, but that's when I realized that, we had a bigger following than what I realized, So in my head, I was like, man, I got to hurry up and open up because I have that 2017 following. It's 2018. I don't want to lose them. Ooh. I don't want them to just think I fell off and now, they're at some other club. They're at some. So in my head, I was like, I got to hurry up and open up something. Man, I was looking around everywhere, man. I couldn't find nothing. And then finally, everybody was like, every spot that I went to, they told me no, because they didn't want cigar smoke. They felt that the cigar smoke was going to travel upstairs here and, and bring a smell or whatever. Bottom line, after looking all through 2018 in May of May 30th, I think it was, or like in the beginning of May, I found this spot. I was looking at 915 on Franklin Street and looking at a spot in there, which I thought would be perfect, but they were too concerned about the smoke going up to the apartments. So, coincidence, I just looked across the street and there was this abandoned building right across the street from 915, and I don't even know how I overlooked it, and I saw it and it was a complete shithole. I mean, it was nothing. It was just like an empty, falling apart building and stuff like that. So I ended up talking to the people that owned it, and I was able to get into it, not realizing all the damage. And this was my first time ever doing a build out. I've never done a build out before in my life. I never dealt with contracts. I never done any of that stuff. They handed me this 60-page contract. I was like, what the heck is this? What I'm saying? I didn't know nothing, and I didn't have enough money to pay a contractor or attorney to read it all. What I'm saying? I was like really tight on money. And even though my father was an attorney, and my brother's an attorney, they looked at it and said, man, don't even sign that because it benefits nothing but the damn the landlord. Everything it just benefits them.
You fixing up the building and all that.
Everything is you. What I'm saying? So anything goes wrong, it's on me.
Right.
I ended up signing it. I ended up signing it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ended up signing it, thinking. I said, how bad can it be? As long as I pay on time, and I think everything's going to go fine. I have this vision, and I think it's going to do well. So we start in the process of doing the build out. And it's just one problem after another, man. That $750,000 has now gone down. The landlord told me, you could get it done within 3 months, the project. I didn't know. 3 months, and you got 8 months to do it. So if you get it done anywhere between 3 to 6 months, you got 3 months of free rent. Shit. Man,
code enforcement. Code enforcement.
I didn't know that the plans were going to take a year to get okayed. Okay?
Especially in Tampa.
Right.
And then he finessed you.
Oh, yeah. I got taken advantage of. There's no doubt about that, okay? I got taken advantage a lot.
We got us one, boys.
Yeah. Yo, they got them one. Yeah, they got me. But what's so crazy is that then this is what's even better. That was 2018. Then guess what happened? 2019. COVID hit. I said, you can't. This has got to be a joke.
As you were saying the timeline, I was like, oh damn.
Yeah, this has got to be a joke now. Right now, in my head, I'm like, how the hell am I going to do this? Everything is shut down. I had 8 months to get this up and running. Now I got to pay rent, and I'm not even open. How you expect me to pay rent? I got $750,000 to work with. You want me to pay rent, and I don't even know what to do. You know what I'm saying? I was like, and in COVID, everything's shut down. I can't get any supplies, can't do nothing. When 2018 happened, I was, all my money I had saved up, I spent it. I went through it all. So now I'm broke. Okay, I had a Hummer that I used to drive, sold the Hummer. Okay, I had a little beater that I was driving, that car broke down, it blew up. Okay, so now I'm driving my dad's car. And I'm like, Trina, what are we going to do to get this place up and running? We don't have so much money. And now, now I'm on food stamps, like literally on food stamps. I'd never been on food stamps before in my life. And I was like embarrassed, because I'd never been on food stamps. So in my head, I was embarrassed. But then when COVID hit, everyone seemed to get on food stamps. So now I didn't care anymore, But I remember going to the thing and, I used to hide the little EDT card or whatever. It's like I slide it in there.
Hold on real quick. You was on food stamps?
Bro, y'all young. Y'all got it. The card. We had to rip them ugly ass books that was $8 in. You coming up with this damn book, ripping this shit out. Here you go. My mama said.
Yeah, man. I was like, oh God. I said, I hope no one sees it. I'm like trying to put in the card thing real quick. Saying no one sees it. It looked like a regular credit card and stuff.
Yeah.
But then when COVID hit, everybody was on it, so it didn't even bother me anymore. But now I got to start paying rent. So now I'm like, what the hell am I going to do? Well, we're paying rent on the lease on the condo, don't know what to do. And then, all of a sudden now, all those loans that I couldn't get before, now, we're getting these SBA loans and stuff. All right. So now I've got enough loans to where we're at $1 million altogether. Okay.
Nice. So
we finally, I had to fire the first contractor, because the first contractor was just, it just wasn't working out.
Okay.
He was telling me, y'all just take your loss and da-da-da. I was like, no, there ain't no taking no loss. We're $5,000 into this. There ain't no taking a loss and walking away from this. I said, that's not an option. You know what I'm saying? We have to move forward. So I hired another contractor. We moved forward. And I remember the contractor, we were getting ready to open up. And we were getting ready to open up the weekend of Super Bowl, in Tampa.
Okay. Yes, that was a monumental weekend.
We were stressed out because I had 3 years before the Super Bowl was going to open, before the Super Bowl was coming, and I knew it. So I was like, I'll be open by then. Little did I know COVID would hit, and then all this back stuff. Everyone lied to me. Everyone told me a story. I'll be done in 3 months, 6 months. That are in a perfect world, but this isn't a perfect world. Every hurdle that you could think of happened to me. Every bad thing you could think of, to the point where I started second guessing myself. Like,
I was about to ask you that.
I'm like, am I doing this right? I mean, everything is telling me to stop.
Right.
Everything is telling me stop, don't do it. Everyone's telling me no, it's not going to be good. There's no parking. There's no this. Your landlords are going to do this to you. All this kind of stuff, right? And I was just like, no, I'm just going to keep on moving forward. I saw something there, and I guess no one else saw.
Right.
And basically now it's do or die. Super Bowl's in freaking a week. Okay, we still haven't gotten our okay for anything. They haven't released our licenses and all that stuff. And it wasn't until the day, 2 days before, I was able to get my liquor license up and running again. And we had a whole team together, just putting everything up, man. Just putting everything up, the TVs. I'm talking about last minute. And the Super Bowl came in. It was that people started coming in on that Thursday, and that we were open. We were going to be open that Thursday night, but we didn't open up that Thursday night because we weren't ready. Thank God, because it wasn't that busy. But Friday night, we were able to get every last thing in there, and we put the sign up on the front of freaking Lit on Friday night at 11 o'clock at night. And we opened that thing up, man, and that thing just flooded. Just flooded with people, man. It was crazy. And we thought Friday night was crazy. Shoot. Saturday night was even worse. Saturday night we had, every NFL team was in there. That didn't go to the Super Bowl, they were all there. You had the Packers, the freaking, you had the Packers, the Vikings, New England, just everybody, all the teams were all in there. Just from every freaking, every division, man.
I got a question for you right there. So in that moment, right?
Yeah.
Did you look at your father and your brother and I told y'all?
No, my father. Hey, listen, my father was always, he was skeptical, but he believed in me. My brother, everyone was skeptical because they just didn't know, they didn't know what to think, and a lot of people were just thinking that it wasn't going to work. Okay, and it made me feel good to see that it worked. Matter of fact, people telling me, "Oh, don't do it. It's not going to work." It just fueled me. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that this worked. And I'm working with a team that some of us had worked together from the old Lit, but everyone, but this was a new team that I had with me. So it was we were just kind of winging everything.
Right.
We didn't know what to expect. We got 30 people, where before at the old Lit it was just one bartender and me. That was it. One bartender and my brother. And that was really it. But we didn't need more than that. Now we've got 4 bartenders, we got 3 bar backs, we got 6 bottle girls, we got 6 security guards. So it was a lot. We have DJs and all that kind of stuff, and it was crazy, man. It was so hectic. I didn't even really get to enjoy myself.
Right.
I didn't even have a chance to actually enjoy what was going on because I was being just grabbed
Running
everywhere,
around.
man. Just being, I need you here, because everything you could possibly think was going on. POS system was shutting down. This was happening. That was happening. I was like, oh my God. I was like, it was crazy, but it was well worth it.
Right.
And I'm glad that we opened up. And man, we opened up. If we would have opened up before COVID, we would have failed.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Right.
So there was a reason. And, you know, I
God
remember.
don't make no mistakes.
I remember, you know, everyone tells you, man, pray, you know, write your stories down, do all this kind of stuff. So, you know, like I said, in 2019, I just started praying and writing my prayers down and making a vision board and all that kind of stuff. You know, everything that everyone tells you to do, to manifest and all that. I didn't know what the heck I was doing, but I was doing it right.
Right.
You know, and you know, I look back at it now, and everything that was on that vision board, everything that I wrote down, it came to light. Everything.
Shout out to you. Congratulations.
Yeah.
We got to clap
Everything
that
came to
up.
light, man.
We got to clap that up.
Let me ask you something, man. So, one, congratulations. All of this speaks to your resilience. Do you think, because you said kind of, you know, you being a felon and everything, and basically you didn't have a backup plan. Right. Do you think had you had something to fall back on or something, do you think you would have still pushed forward as much? Or do you think you'd have been like, I took it as that loss, like you said?
No,
Like
I think I would have pushed forward.
Think you would push
I think I
yeah.
would have still pushed forward because I enjoyed it. And
Right.
that was one thing that I liked. I mean, I enjoyed what I did.
Right.
And, you know, I was basically, you know, I was determined and focused. And, you know, and I tell this to everybody because I tell a lot of the young kids that don't know what they want to do and stuff. And I tell them all now, I'm just like, look, man, you know, it's like I went to college. College didn't do nothing for me. Okay. I mean, everything that I did, I learned from experience.
Right.
Okay. College ain't for everybody. And I mean, unless you're going to be a doctor or you're going to be you know, you need you're a certain skill, you know, I advise you to go, you know, or you just want to learn, you know, go. But for business wise, I mean, I didn't need to go to school to learn business.
Right.
I just kind of learned it on my own, you know, and just kind of just winged everything. I didn't know anything about the liquor sales. I didn't know anything about any of that stuff. I just kind of winged it, pretended I knew what I was doing, and then you know, I just learned on the way. I made a lot of mistakes, and you know, when those mistakes hurt, you make sure not to do them again. You know, make sure not to do it ever again and stuff. So
yeah, DJ.
Stop.
No, I'm talking
I agree wholeheartedly, like with college not being for everyone. Just because, so I always tell people I'm the only person I know that had a corporate job with no college degree in a felony. And that business acumen, you pick it up along the way.
Yeah.
I want to know more about your mindset. Like when you were, you know, you're driving around in your dad's car, like did you see the way out? Like were you like, there's got to be something on the other side?
I ain't gonna lie, I was stressed the hell out. Okay, I was stressed the hell out, and I remember, you know, I remember seeing the doctor, and you know, I was like going to a doctor and stuff like that. So how's your mental? You know, just asking me about, you know, how everything's going and stuff. You know, going for my yearly checkups and stuff. They're like, you know, it's like I said, everything's fine. I just go to work and then I just go home and I just stay in my room. And they're like, you're depressed.
Yeah,
and I said. I don't think I'm depressed. I said, I feel fine. He goes, I said, I just, you know, I know I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? So, I can't go out, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, I'm not going to leech off of other people, and I'm not going to go and, you know, pretend that I'm this and that. I mean, I don't have a car. You know, I'm using my father's car.
Right.
I don't have any money. You know, I'm on food stamps. I mean, what do you want me to do, you know? I was like, I mean, I'm in no position to date anybody. You know, I'm in no position to do anything, you know? So there was no point in it, you know? But they're like, nah, here, just take these pills, you know? They'll make you feel better and stuff like that. And I was like, man, I don't want to get on no pills. I don't want you to screw up my head and stuff, you know? Yeah. And they're like, no, listen, just take them. And just take them for 2 weeks and just see how they are. So I was like, all right, fine. If you don't like it, you don't have to take it. Man, I took those damn pills, and in 2 weeks, man, my whole head just, I don't know what the hell happened. It just opened up my brain to something else, and like everything was just clear to me.
The limitless
and like,
pill.
Yeah, it was like something like that. It's like all of a sudden that vision became real clear, and my focus and everything, and I was just able to just get everything done, you know. And I was just focused, man, and I was determined, you know, and I wasn't going to give up. I mean, I couldn't give up. You know, that failure wasn't an option.
Right.
So,
no, I get that.
So now let's move forward, right? So now you got this amazing venue.
Yeah.
How do you keep the lights on? Like what? So I know, so let me rephrase it, right? It's very difficult to throw a party Friday, Saturday, Sunday. How do you keep that going?
Man, let me tell you something. The first year,
That's
another monster.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, that's a monster right there, okay?
I'm talking about they come out, the shirts half off.
Soaking wet. I mean,
drenched.
A lot of your parties that you do is college?
It's a mixture.
Yeah.
It's a mixture?
But I was fascinated. I was trying to shoot just to show. I'm like, man, look, I couldn't shoot shit. My lens was fogged up.
That's
Mind
crazy.
you, it's hot outside.
Right.
Yeah.
But-
So, question for you. What is like one of the craziest things you've seen in the club?
In the club. I mean,
I need to know. I know it's about to be crazy.
I mean, you know, I could tell you at the old lit, okay, at the old lit, that there was a lot of wild stuff that happened over at the old lit. I mean, it should have been a reality show, okay? I mean, I remember one time everybody was sitting down at the bar. And you know, they had like a little space like that on the floor still. You know, there was just like maybe 15 people in there at the bar, and I was sitting out on the bench talking to a friend of mine, and some guy, he just walked in, and he just started to break dance. He literally he walked in there and did a windmill.
So sorry.
Okay, he did a windmill and got up and ordered a drink, and nobody saw him do that except me. I was just like, you're like, what am I? I was like, what the hell just happened right now? I mean, I could not believe that. He walked in, did the windmill. Nobody saw it but me, and that was it. And I was like, did you just see that? She's like, no, I didn't see it. That guy just did the windmill and then just got up and just ordered a drink, and nobody saw this. You know, I thought that was like nuts. I was like, what's going on here, you know?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So,
I feel like
Was he in regular clothes? Or?
he was in regular, I don't even know who he was. Just some guy who just walked in regular clothes, you know what I'm saying? And he just did the windmill, and then he was like probably in his 30s.
To this day, he remembers that night itself.
Yeah.
I remember. I had the whole club.
It's crazy because like before I joined Phi Beta Sigma, like I didn't know nothing about fraternity. So when I used to go to the club and I used to see them dance and stuff like that, I was like, what is this? You got served shit everywhere. Like what?
Did you dance?
Huh?
Did you dance though?
You know, a little-
Hey, look, I almost got jacked up by some Kappas before. Cause I like they shit. They tried to roll up on me. I'm like, oh, this ain't a dance? I can't do this? What's going on?
No. Hey, you know, talking about Kappas, I have a few friends of mine, and BJ Daniels is a Kappa.
Yeah.
Okay, and it was him and a few other guys were at 7th and Grove, and that actor, Lance.
Lance Groves.
Yes,
Oh,
Lance
I love
Groves,
him.
yes. So we're like, you know, we're all gonna take a picture. So they're all getting ready to do their picture like that, and I'm like on the side, and they're just like doing their little thing like this or whatever. And I said, hold on. Like that. I went like that. No. You can't do that. I said, what do you want me? I didn't know I couldn't do that. They're like, I was like, I didn't know it was against the rules and stuff.
No, they take it seriously. I dated one of them, and it was weird.
I can't do it.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
I'm like, take a Xanax and relax. It's not that deep. But like,
So you mentioned Blue Martini in what was the other club you mentioned?
Mirage.
Mirage. So those were like some of the clubs that influenced you with your idea of what
Yes.
you wanted initially.
Yes.
What was like when you were party going? Like you was out in the streets back in the day. What was some of your favorite spots that you would go to?
I mean, man, let me tell you something. I remember going to Club Atlanta.
Yeah.
I remember going to Club Atlanta. I used to go for their happy hour. I remember because it was like $20 all you can drink, and I was destroyed. By freaking 10 o'clock, I was done, but I still drove all the way to like, I think it was called Stingers, on
that's
a
way
Friday.
back.
Yeah. So that you had Stingers on a Friday night, then you had I think it was called, what is it? Was it Hammer Jacks? There was Hammer Jacks that turned into 212 or 112, 212. 212, I think it was called. It was in downtown. And so you had Hammer Jacks, and it turned into 212. Then there was the Crush. The Crush.
Yep.
God, there was one club, man, that I can't. That was in, I believe, in Ybor City, and it was. I love that club because it was a mixed crowd. It was a good mixed crowd of. Damn it, I can't remember the name of it, man. But it was one of my favorite spots that me and all my friends went to, and stuff. But Mirage was fun. Blue Martini Jackson's.
I used to love Jackson's.
On Friday nights, man, Jackson was the spot.
Yeah.
Man.
It's like,
and they had the 3 rooms, and and then they had the dress code, so you felt like really. I was super young, but
there was nothing but dress codes. I remember
back in the day, everybody was dressed up in general. That's what
Especially
it
in
was.
Mirage, it was hard bottoms.
Yep.
You had to have dress pants on, and your shirt had to have a collar. So I mean, I was used to dress codes, So I remember when I got out of prison, I freaking went and bought the same outfit. Little did I know, shit had changed.
Right.
Yeah, it changed. I had a dress shirt on, my pants were tucked in, and had this freaking, some pleated pants on and dress shoes.
And you went to
I
club like
walked
that.
out, and everybody was like in True Religion and Eddie
Hardy,
and designer sneakers. And I'm like, what happened?
Look at this.
They no drugs.
Right.
How long were
like,
you in prison?
They gave me 57 months.
Okay.
Okay, so it was almost close to 5 years, but I ended up doing 2.5 years. But in those 2.5 years,
A lot changed.
Yeah.
A lot changed.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel sorry for those that do 15 to 20 years because it's like the world is completely altered.
Right.
I mean, this is how much it changed. I remember getting a cell phone and I'm getting these messages. And I'm like, what the hell's wrong with it? My phone must be broke. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm getting these messages that say like, I, and then a C, and then a U. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell is I-C-U? Like, they were short texting. You know? I was like, oh, I see you. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know. I thought my phone was broken. I said, what's wrong with this, man? I didn't know what people were doing. I didn't even know what a text message was.
Bro, my sister would text me LMFAO or something like that, and I'm like, she calling me a lame-o? What the fuck? What is she saying? I know I was
People
lost.
talking
And I
in
didn't even go to
hieroglyphics
prison.
when you came out.
You know,
like,
it's like I remember coming home and my brother was like, oh yeah, things have changed. We don't record things no more. You got HBO Demand. You can just demand all this stuff and you can just watch everything on TV. I was like, y'all don't record shit no more? I was like, no, it's just, you can just ask for the movie and they'll just, you can just pay for it and get it real quick. And I'm like, oh wow, that's cool. So I was catching up on all kinds of movies and stuff like that. And it was just those 2.5 years was a change.
Yeah.
So I can just imagine what it's like for those that have done 10, 15, 20 years, man. It's a big change for them.
So speaking about, go.
no, I was curious about something in prison. So, like, just real quick, you guys made a brick when you guys used to eat? You guys used to like make a brick? Like, what prison meal did you like? Because I have a meal from jail that I really liked. That when I describe it to people, they don't get it. But
Do you
like,
still eat it?
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll make you tell us to make it in the house.
if I needed to, I would. Like,
Yeah,
I'm just,
I mean, so when I first got there, it was first they had me in transit. Okay, they had me in transit, and I ended up going to Miami West, which was a maximum security prison. Okay, and so I was in there. It was a maximum security and stuff like that. And actually, this is a kind of a funny story here. This is a kind of a funny story. I was depressed as hell. Okay, I was already depressed as hell, and I ended up just shaving off all my hair off my head. I was completely just bald-headed. Not bald-headed, but just a buzz cut. And I was just depressed as hell in there. And after a couple of months of being inside there, they had like a basketball tournament, okay? And so I was just like looking, and I see all these like little Mexican dudes, and they're playing, and they're like shooting, and they're missing. And I'm no basketball player at all, but I'm like, bro, I can handle this shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, these guys here, I mean, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, yeah, it's going to be a tournament. So yeah, I signed up. So I signed up with me and a couple other guys, right? And little did I know that they were bringing the entire prison from every floor down here.
Oh,
okay?
shit.
And so now I'm playing against guys that are freaking like NBA players, okay? I was like, wait, where the fuck do these guys come from? Okay, because these guys are shooting, freaking hitting here, slam dunk. I'm like, what did I just get myself into? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I mean, the whole audience, everybody there was black. Okay, everybody, everyone was black. We were the only white team. Okay, we were the only white team. And you had this group of Spanish and white people, and they're just like, y'all good, y'all good. We were the only, they're like, y'all good. They're like, yeah, we're good. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess nobody has ever challenged or gone up in this tournament that's been white, I guess. I don't know. Okay?
Oh my God.
So we go in there, and we're getting our ass handed to us, okay? I mean, and we're playing, I think, to 21 or something, okay? Man, it's already freaking 18 to freaking nothing, okay? And one of our guys makes a shot. You would have thought we won the tournament the way everyone screamed. Everyone screamed and jumped up. Like if we won the damn tournament, okay? And then that was it. We were eliminated. I mean, they scored. And that was it.
Like, we got one.
Yeah, we got 1 point, and that was it. That was the end of that. So. But
shit.
yeah, so
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
Yeah, so that was an experience. But as you were asking about food, that food stuff didn't come in until I finally got to Eglin, and really. I didn't, even at Eglin, the food was already pretty good over there because it was a camp. So then I got transferred to a low, and over at the low, I mean, the food now, they're being real creative, okay? I remember on the yard, I see guys eating snow cones, and I'm like, hell y'all get a snow cone at? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all get a snow cone at, you know what I'm saying? They're like, oh yeah, so-and-so's over there, and he's crushing up the ice and everything like that. He's making this ice, and he's got like some sort of powder fruit punch, and he puts it in water, and then he pours it on top. I'm like, shit, I want a snow cone too. You know what I'm saying? So now people are being real creative.
Yeah.
They're making cheesecake, Oreo cheesecake. I'm like, Oreo cheesecake? I'm like, where are y'all doing it? And they're putting it, like, we don't even have a refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? Like, where are y'all putting all this stuff in there? They're getting a mop bucket and putting the ice in there, putting it in the, everything's done in a mop bucket with ice and everything. So they were creative, and like the Mexicans over there, they knew how to roll they knew how to make burritos and do all this stuff with the burritos and roll them just right. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I had the little Mexicans making me food and stuff, cause I was like, man, show me how to do this, like how y'all they tight it. I mean, it was perfect, a tight roll and everything, man. And that was the kind of prison food we had. And then you had people selling stuff from the cafeteria coming into your freaking prison, your cell. I got chicken, I got hard-boiled eggs, I got chicken nuggets, and you just buy it with cans of tuna and stuff, or throw money in their commissary.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah.
I like the burrito.
Y'all look like y'all missed that shit. Like,
No.
My man's like, this is like, no, it was good.
I can't even imagine going back. I would lose my mind if I had to go back. I mean, but I made the best out of a bad situation. I met a lot of good guys in there, and all those guys. We meet like once a year, and we have dinner, and we just laugh about all the COs that used to be dicks to us, and they were always being, yeah, you do this, do that, but they were just mad with their life because it was miserable. But we laugh about it, and we say one day we're going to be sitting at a steakhouse and ordering food, and we're all going to be rich, and we're all going to laugh about this, and and now all the guys I stayed in touch with, man, they're all successful. They're all I'm probably the brokest one out of them all. You know what I'm saying? They all freaking made it. They're like millionaires. All these guys.
Wow.
Dope.
And I mean, and I do well for myself. But I mean, everybody. We meet once a year and we just have a good time and talk and bullshit.
That's awesome, man.
dope.
Now I gotta ask you this. So can I talk to you, Bryan?
Yeah.
About the club? Okay,
Yeah.
Listen. I never really thought I'd get the chance to meet somebody involved with the club. Lit.
Yes.
That big ass bar. Now I'm sure from a business standpoint that's a great idea. To me, because I'm a dancer when I go to the club. I like to dance, show out for the ladies, whatever. I'm like, this big ass bar is in the way. Tell me about the bar, bro.
He's trying to hit that breakdance move.
It was me.
Yeah. So when I was building it, I in a kindergarten way, I drew it out, what I wanted. And then the architect said, I was like, will this work? And he's like, yeah, that'll work just fine. And then he drew it all out. And then, I got with another architect with the colors and all that kind of stuff. And he made my vision come to life. Little did I realize that bar was a little bit too big. Okay. And so now, just like with the old lit, I knew where I screwed up at, with the build out. Like we knew not where I screwed up, where we just had so much space, a certain amount of space, but I knew what I needed to do to generate more money. Okay. And so I didn't realize, but that bar was too big. Okay. And I realized it after the fact.
What I will say is it's still a win though, because again, a culture shift, right? It kind of like works in your favor, that culture shift.
Yeah, no, it does. I mean, because I know when I was going out and I would go to the club and stuff like that, people danced. Like they danced. They actually danced. Sections weren't that serious, and bottle girls didn't really exist. It was just cocktail waitresses and bartenders, really. And like all the hot chicks were either worked at Hooters or they were strippers. You know what I'm saying? Those are all the hot chicks, Now it's like all the hot chicks are bartenders and bottle girls.
Yeah.
And like she said, I mean, everything has changed where people don't even dance. They're just in there, just standing there, just singing the song.
They want that one TikTok part of the song that they know.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time I went, it's funny because I've gone to Lit, I think, throughout all of the different changes.
Right.
So I remember when there was a band.
Yeah.
And I remember when, like during COVID. And so I hadn't gone in a long time. And so then I went with, Keem and a bunch of us went.
Right.
And I was like, oh, this is different again.
Was it after
the stripper thon?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I said there was chicken. I was in heaven. I'm like, well,
I remember.
The wings is good though. The food be good.
I remember that because it was so funny because I know Victoria was like, yeah, we're gonna have this as the official after party of my thing, right? And then we were doing this strip-a-thon once every 3 months. Okay? Well, they decided they wanted to do it on a Saturday instead of Sunday. And so all of a sudden I was like, I didn't think about Victoria's event, because, I know it's an upper class, people are coming, and they're dressed nice and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, there's something going on Saturday night. I just can't remember what it was. But I'm like, yeah, we can do the strip-a-thon, And then all of a sudden, at the last minute, I said, oh, shit. I said, it's Victoria's after party. I said, oh, man. I don't know if I should tell her we got strippers coming or if this was going to be a good or a bad thing.
I love it. I thought it was awesome.
I just remember I was eating chicken and then I turned around and
I'm same. I'm eating and I'm like, wait, are there strippers here? Are people throwing money?
So we come in, some guy sitting at the bar, he's from out of town, and he looks at us, he said, hey, man, is this a prom or something? I was like, oh, we would be the oldest prom goers I've ever fucking seen. No, but it was about, but that's awesome. That's dope. I love to hear the story behind stuff because that was always a question I wanted to ask somebody. I'm like, man, this is a bit. But I personally, I thought it was like, make more money from the bar thing. I'm thinking, because I can always see from a business standpoint sometimes.
Well, that was the plan and the flow. You know what I'm saying? Because it was to create a flow where people were walking around in a circle and it didn't screw up the flow so my bottle girls could get to the sections and everything. But man, when you have a capacity and you have people when it's over like 400 people, it becomes it becomes a cluster. It becomes a real cluster, and then my bottle girls can't get to the sections. I can't make money.
Right.
So, it sounds great for the promoter who's charging at the door to pack everybody in, but as the owner, it's not that great for me because I can't get the bottles and people can't get to the bar.
Right.
So we're going to have to wrap soon. So, my last question for you, what's next?
Man, there's a lot of things that we, right now I'm focusing on just the 3 clubs and I'm trying to perfect those. I mean, the 2 clubs haven't even been open a year yet. Mm-hmm. So we're really trying to get that. But I mean, I would like to do another club. We have the upstairs of Lit where my liquor license can actually go into that, where we don't have to buy another liquor license because we can join it, because the liquor license that we use for Echo and Delta is the same liquor license because they're adjoined. So we could adjoin and I could partner with somebody or probably with my partners and probably open up that upstairs because I've spent $150,000 just fixing something that wasn't even mine, and so I'm like, I already got $150,000 already into it. So just with my liquor license alone would allow me to be a partner without me having to really do anything and just have the other guys put in. So, so that's an idea. That's something that, I would like to do with the team that I have right now. And just to let everyone know, none of this could be possible without my team, okay?
100%.
I could have never done this by myself. My father, my brother, my team of co-workers that have been with me, my promoters, they have all made this happen. It wasn't just me, so I can't take it and say, oh yeah, I did it all myself. I was a visionary of it, and that was it, and then I had a vision, and just like in that movie, build it, they'll come. Well, they came, and now keeping it afloat has been, the whole team together. So,
I love that.
Yeah.
Hey, so we're gonna run into our final game, but before I go on that, I have my little begging segment that I always do. So I had this idea real quick that maybe we could just start hosting parties, like little shake the room, little parties for Lit. What you think about that?
I'm down.
Now you put him on the spot.
That's how you do. That's his thing.
Listen, anything to draw attention to the place, man. I'm down, man.
Can I bring my DJ?
Of course you can bring your DJ, man.
You see what I did? You see what I did?
I'm down, man. Like I told you, change is good. And everybody wants change. Everybody wants something different to go and see. And Halloween was dope because we had a big Halloween party. Everyone got to dress up. It's just so it's fun. Just any kind of theme party, anything. So
that's
I like that. Like I gotta do.
If you could expand on what makes each of your clubs different and kind of like your selling point for each of the clubs.
I would say the demographics, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you got Echo, which is outside. So it's more of a patio, more of a day party kind of vibe, and it's all college kids. So they don't even care. You could throw the college kids in a garage. Okay?
Swinging off the ceiling.
And then I look at Delta. Delta's more of a Latin, we focus on more of a Latin demographic. Even though we have a hip hop night on Saturday night, it's majority Latin. Okay, and it's very upscale. It's probably, I think, the nicest club out of all 3 of them. Lit used to be really nice, but man, the college kids, boy, they really I'm talking about, every day something's broken. I'm like, how do you rip my sink and my toilet off the wall? Like, how do you rip the wall? My urinal's off the floor, my sink's on the floor. What did they do in there? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they do, but they destroy everything. But they do make me a lot of money, so
I got to replace it.
You got to give and take, and I just fix it and replace it, man. So, and like I said, Lit's more of an urban vibe than a college vibe, but we do have that college night, and then the majority is more of an urban vibe and try to keep it somewhat upscale. So,
I like it.
Man, before we get into that, I just gotta say your story is fascinating,
Absolutely.
man. I love your resilience, bro. You know, like it speaks a lot to your character and who you are. My first time meeting you, it's a pleasure.
Yeah.
But I love that, and I love the story, man. And I'ma just throw you this gem right here, just cause, bro. You need to write a book.
Right? Where's the memoir?
You know what I'm saying? From bars to the bar. I don't know. You know, it's something. But there's definitely something there. But I want to say, I really commend you. It speaks to there's a lot of people that's going through struggle and dealing with different things and a lot of people that tell them no, me being one of them, oh, this ain't gonna work, that ain't gonna work. So to hear you stick to your guns and stay to yourself, that's something that's powerful to me. I don't know about everybody else, but I want to say I commend you, bro. Stay at it and keep going. And hey, bro, shake the room here to support any way we can.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
thank you. I appreciate it.
I
appreciate all of y'all.
I like it.
Thank you.
You need to do the sound? Oh, there you go. Hey, so we're going to go to a lightning round. It's called This or That. So we're going to hit you with a couple questions, and you just got to answer rapidly. All right?
Oh, God.
All right. Nothing crazy. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Lit, Eden, or Echo?
Lit.
All right. Regular club or lounge?
Club.
Blue martini or full moon?
Blue martini.
Okay.
Friday night or Saturday night?
Friday night.
All right. Dress up or dress down?
Shoot, in between.
In between.
I do a little in between of it, I don't know what dress up is anymore. I normally have been design, sneakers.
Yeah.
Some sort of designer sneakers and just like a sweater like this and some jeans or like some pants, so.
Straight up, bro. All right.
Day party or late night?
I like them both. I like day parties. Day parties are fun.
Yeah.
Day parties are real fun, yeah.
All right, last one. Hookah or liquor?
Liquor.
Okay. I thought you were going to say hookah.
No, I knew he was going to say
Yeah,
I knew he was going to say liquor.
I used to love hookah, but now I've gotten sick of it.
Yeah.
Now it's all just liquor. So.
Okay. Hey, man, so I just want to echo what Lee said. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the support.
Y'all.
Like, for real, this was an amazing episode. I want you to look into that camera right there, and I want you to leave a message with the next generation who's trying to be like you, inspired to own their own club and stuff like that.
Listen, what I say to everybody, basically just focus on your dream, find something you're passionate about, and don't let the no's discourage you. And don't let you're going to get knocked down a million times. You're going to be told no a million times, but you have to be disciplined. And you just got to keep on going and just get right back up, bottom line. And just stay focused, and if you're passionate about it, it's going to happen. I can guarantee you that.
I like that. And where can they find you on social?
Well, you can find me at bprieto_lit, and then you can find from there you'll see all the clubs because it's in my bio. So.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure I follow now.
Yeah. Hey, so before we go, I just wanted us to take a little shot, and then
nice.
we're gonna end it.
Hey.
Right. I always tell everyone, I'm like, I would have been the worst bottle girl or like stripper or anything because I would have came in doing a Harlem Shake. Like.
Man, I was in DR. I went to some club in DR, and it was crazy,
Thank
man.
you.
And they had like,
Yeah.
they had some girl in like a gorilla suit or something like that. That's yours? And but she
gorilla
was
suit?
like, it was crazy. I was like, what the hell? But she was getting off, y'all. I was like, what the hell is going on out here?
All right. Cheers. What are we cheering to?
Cheers to an amazing time, an amazing episode. Thank you.
Twists and turns, bumps and bruises. I live, I learn. I'm from that city full of yellow cabs and skyscrapers. It's hard to get a start in these parts without paper. Homie, I grew up in hell. A block away.